Hello guys, welcome back onto the channel and into one more Forza Motorsport 7 video. We're doing some GT racing in the Cycle Division Hopper around Suzuka, which means there's gonna be carnage on the first corner. That's pretty much a given when it comes to this track in Forza Motorsport 7. I braked a little bit to avoid going on the back of that car. He drives a little bit too wide. I think he's driving, I think, one of the DLC cars, and yeah, look at that. Holy crap. When you think it's over, there he comes, a car to kind of seal the deal and make it all and make it even worse. But yeah, we're in 7th place as a result of that, unfortunately. Let's see if we can do something about it. Let's see if we can make up for some of the time we lost back there. McLaren tried to fight me over that section, which is a pretty stupid move if you ask me. Never fight around corners unless, I don't know, unless it's an open corner, but corners like that where you need to brake a little bit, never do that, because that's pretty much the perfect recipe for disaster. And yeah, one of the big advantages of driving this Bentley, I don't know what the hell this guy was thinking, but yeah, it looks like he fishtailed a little bit, and when he tried to put his car on a straight line again, it looks like his car kind of turned in on mine without him doing anything, which is something that usually happens in this game. It happens a lot actually, so I can entirely blame this guy unless I checked the replays, which I didn't, but let's forget about that. But one of the biggest advantages of driving this Bentley, I think this is the Bentley Continental GT if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest advantages of this car is that it has a pretty good acceleration and top speed. It kind of lacks a little bit in cornering ability because wow, this car is really huge, it's heavy. But you may think that because this car is big and heavy that it's very planted, but in fact it is not. Especially when you're coming out of the corner, this car has so much power that it's gonna start sliding if you're not careful with your throttle control. And especially around slow corners like these, you need to be really smooth on your throttle. Otherwise you're gonna fishtail all over the place as you exit the corner, and you're gonna lose a lot of time. So we're up in 5th place. We still have about 4 laps left to go. Actually, three and something. We're about to cross the line to the 3rd lap. The guy in front of me is driving a Ford GT, which is a really solid car in this division. I don't think it's gonna be quicker than mine on a straight line though. And Suzuka has this long straight that I can take advantage of. And if I nail this next section, I'm gonna be able to gain quite a bit on him. And yeah, I'm consistently gaining on him. Let's see if I manage to nail my braking point without driving onto the back of his car. And yet, it looks like he went a little bit too wide in there because he probably was afraid that I would try to ram him off. Well, yeah, it's understandable. I usually do that. Whenever I'm in 1st place and I have the space, I tend to drive a little bit wider around first corners, because I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be somebody trying to take me out as soon as the race starts. I go really tight, a little bit too tight for my taste. I dipped 2 wheels off the track, and that cost me a little bit. It looks like there was some kind of accident, and yes, the guy, it looks like he was driving a Volvo if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't make out the model, but we're past him and we're up in 4th place. I'm still trying to reel this Ford GT in, and as you can see, I managed to gain quite a lot on him. He goes a little bit too wide, sacrificing the exit, and I think we're gonna be able to overtake him. It looks like 3rd place is on. Let's see if he's gonna try to block me off. He didn't. Now let's see if he's not gonna try to ram me off the track over that oh my god, I don't even know how to call this next corner. And yeah, when I race this type of races, when I know there's a lot of room for mistakes and for people trying to screw you up, I always hold my breath before this type of corners, always. It's oh my god, this sometimes when I play Forza Motorsport and there's a lot of carnage going on, my heart beats very fast around these tracks for sure. It's really the adrenaline really pumps up. Now we have this Nissan GTR. That was silly of me. That was my mistake. I would say that it was my mistake because that guy was a back marker, and well, the rule in Forza Motorsport is if there is a back marker, ram him off. Unfortunately, that's the reality of this game. Don't take chances because that stuff ends up happening and there's not much you can do. It ends up screwing up your race because some people just don't accept that they can win races in a clean way. And that was my mistake because I could have avoided him or I could have pushed him out and off the track, but I didn't. I was a little bit naive for thinking that maybe this guy wouldn't try to pull that off. I was wrong. But yeah, it looks like third place is still on. I'm not that far off from the third place. In fact, with each and every corner, we seem to gain a little bit more over him. He drives a little bit too wide in there. He just about managed to keep his car on the track. And we still have that fairly long section, but I think that part, yeah, it's not gonna be a long section per se, because there's the finish line right at the beginning, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do something about it. He makes a big mistake there. I make a small mistake there that's gonna cost me a little bit. Let's see if we can overtake him. I brake a little bit just to avoid going on the back of his car. I go for a move in here. We make contact a little bit. That's pretty much natural. I don't think it was ill-intended. And I'm trying to cut on the inside. Let's see if we can try to overtake him. Oh my god, he's gonna try to block me off. Yeah, he's trying to block me off. Oh man, I can pretty much guarantee if he hadn't tried to block me off that section, I would have taken third place. But as you can see, I definitely had the pace. I was only off by from the first place by a couple tenths. So I definitely had the pace to win this race. Moving on to the second race of the video, we're driving the Cadillac ATS or ATV. I don't remember exactly the model of the car, but it's gonna be in the beginning of the video along with the tune setup that I'm using. I think this is the very first time that I drive this car in this game. I usually see Super GT using this car a lot. Look at what this BMW pulled off. Oh man, the regulation system couldn't be here soon enough. Look at what this BMW did again. And as you can see, there's a theme to this video. People try to take me out, not because they are Yeah, the one thing that I forgot about in this race is that I was running manual, not manual with clutch as I usually do. But so since I was taken out over that section, I decided, what the heck, so let me pause the game, let me bring up the assist menu and put the manual with clutch back on to see if I can make up for the time lost. And you're gonna be surprised at how much ground I'm able to gain by doing that. Manual with clutch in Forza Motorsport 7 is the way to go. It's much faster, and I'm not gonna be here like trying to be the big guy like, oh, I'm really good at Forza, because truth be told, I was driving automatic in Forza Motorsport 7, in Forza Motorsport up until the point Forza Motorsport 7 came out. When Forza Motorsport 7 came out, I made the conscious decision and effort to try to learn to drive manual. Then within, I think, 2 or 3 months, I started trying to drive manual with clutch, and I don't regret a tiny bit of it, because that was a game changer. And of course, you could see that coming. I'm gonna exact revenge on the BMW guy. No regrets again. And I say again because on the previous video I did something similar with another guy who was trying to do stupid crap like that. But yeah, when I learned driving manual with clutch, it was a game changer for me. It made me a lot faster than most people in this game, and I don't know if that's the reason why I'm able to get a lot more quality racing out of Forza Motorsport 7, which is something that I really struggled with. I talked a little bit about that on the previous video, where I say that part of the reason why you saw a lot more Gran Turismo Sport videos at the beginning of my channel instead of Forza Motorsport, even though I enjoy Forza Motorsport a lot more, was because I was able to get a lot more quality racing out of Gran Turismo Sport than I did in Forza Motorsport 7. But that changed, and I don't know if that's a result of me trying to learn how to drive manual with clutch, but that was definitely a game changer. Now I'm trying to learn rev matching, and I'm trying to wrap my head around the concept of tapping on the throttle just a tiny bit whenever you downshift to keep your car under control. I usually try to control this aspect of the car with trail braking, which is something I also learned, I think, back in Forza Motorsport 4, but I don't know if rev matching is more efficient or if it's best for me to kind of combine the two. But anyways, I managed to catch up to this guy pretty quickly. That is the 5th place here. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be he's trying to pull something off against the guy in the Maserati in 2nd place, and I'm not gonna take any chances like I did on the last race with the Nissan GT-R. And yeah, he's gonna try to take him out. He did try to take him out. Unfortunately for him, I would have kind of preferred to overtake him by racing him rather than having someone take him out and just giving me the position for free. But this stuff happens more often than not in Forza Motorsport 7, unfortunately. But as I was saying, if you're playing Forza Motorsport and you want to be quick at it and you want to be good at it, try learning going from automatic to manual, then from manual to manual with clutch, then try all the other techniques that can be applied into this game, like trail braking, like rev matching, and it's gonna make a huge difference to your playing for sure. I can guarantee that it's gonna be that's gonna make you faster in the long run. It can be a little bit frustrating at first, as it was for me when I was trying to learn it's not manual with clutch. My jump from manual to manual with clutch was pretty seamless. It was just a matter of developing the muscle memory to remind myself to press the clutch button together with the upshift and the downshift. But when I went from automatic to manual, there was a little bit of a big learning curve for me. It was kind of hard for me to figure out when I was supposed to shift up, when I was supposed to shift down. It was kind of hard for me to learn that part of the reason why my car was going sideways around the corners was because I was downshifting while I was turning, which is something that I do not recommend you do. It's gonna make your car really unstable, it's gonna unsettle your car. So always try to shift down when you're on a straight line. There are corners that you're not gonna be able to help it. So when you're forced to downshift, when you're cornering, either try trail braking to minimize the effect that's gonna have on your car, or try learn rev matching as I have been doing over the past couple of days. In this race, I wasn't rev matching. I hadn't started learning at that point. Most of the races that you're gonna be seeing over the, I don't know, maybe next month or two, are gonna be races that I recorded over the course of a full month that I played pretty much every day. And at that point in time, I wasn't rev matching. I still hadn't learned that. So, but when I do learn it, you're gonna be seeing a tiny difference in how my car turns in around the corner. So we're on the last lap. Surprisingly enough, we're up in 2nd place. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to catch up to the 1st place unless he gets caught up with I think there are 2 back markers. I can't quite make out how many of them there are, but unless he gets caught up with those guys up in the front, there's not much I'm gonna be able to do. But yeah, that's gonna be a 2nd place finish. I'm pretty happy with it, considering what happened at the beginning of the video again, and let's see how my lap time was in comparison to the first place and see if I had the pace to at least lead the race. And yeah, I was faster than him by almost a full second, so I definitely had the pace to win the race if it wasn't for that quote-unquote accident at the beginning of the race. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Forza Motorsport 7 video, share the video with your friends and on your social media, helps me out a lot and I really appreciate the help, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.